A spaceship landed today. I swear my mom it did. It had some kind of crazy dial at the front. Oh, yeah, that looks like about it, I'd say. And we now have in our possession a Bell&Howell / Canon Bell&Howell, you cheeky importer, you dial 35 half frame 35mm camera with mechanical automatic advance. Incredible, amazing. It slices and dices. It looks like a telephone, and this dial actually spins. Now, let me attempt to guide you through the features of this amazing machine. As you can see on the front, we have the dial, for which it is named. Now what this does is control the size of the ring, letting light into the photodiode cell, or whatever kind of thing it is. That tells the camera what the ambient light conditions are, except of course you modify it based on your ISO so that it will change the aperture. In conjunction, you have this outer ring rotating to give you your shutter speed from a 30th up to a 250th in 4 increments. About all you're ever going to want to try and shoot with this thing. You have your shutter button right on the front, and of course your counter goes up to 72, which is kind of amazing when you shoot 36 normally or 24, and all of a sudden it just keeps going and going and going. And this little ring on the front actually pops out from the body a little bit, and you can spin that to control your aperture manually. It's meant for flash, but if you know what you're doing, you can use it for your own devices. Now, the viewfinder in this camera is not a coupled rangefinder. Sorry if that's shining you. I just realized that's probably kind of annoying, so I'm going to do it more. As I was saying, the viewfinder is not a coupled rangefinder, so you zone focus this little, what is it, a 28mm? Yes, 28mm 2.8 lens. And what you can actually do, there's a silver lining to the fact that you have to zone focus this. You stare at it as if you're busy fiddling with settings when you're really setting up the shot you want. So say your friend's sitting across the table and you notice he's probably around 5 feet away. You turn 5 and you have it ready and you put it on and you know it's going to automatically adjust the aperture for you. And you say, "Hey, Margaret." And then you just blast her with a million pictures that you later regret because you actually started dating her and you broke up and it was terrible and you have these beautiful vintage pictures to look back on. But I digress. To advance the frames, all you do is wind up this knob, which has a little thing telling you which way to wind it. What a useful knob. You wind it up like so, it puts spring tension on the film, then every time you take, it goes and advances. I can't really show you without filming it, it doesn't really work. And I don't really have a practice roll because I am a poor, poor bastard. Moving on, the window on the back is the weird little half-frame 35 format, and it has the zone focus in there, but it doesn't tell you numbers. Oh no, it gives you little pictures. Because when you're using a camera like this, all you want to understand are the little pictures. And it also tells you what aperture the camera is currently sitting at, so you can control it, or you can let it control you. Submit to the dial. The dial sees all. Anyway, might as well take a look inside. You can see how the flash hot shoe is on a weird spot because it's kind of opposite the shutter. It's a little strange. And the tripod mount is at the very bottom, so it's a little bit of a mess. They just kind of threw things on wherever they would stick. You can see the flash sink is right there. So you just open up the back. You can see the masked 35 half frame window, I guess you could call it. So you see that the negatives for half 35 are pretty tiny. And I'm not going to lie, they hold up okay when you blow them up, but they're certainly not exceptional. But of course, you get double the number, which is fun. You can kind of blast away and think less about it. Don't think. Submit to the dial. Submit to the dial. Anyway, here's your little 1.3 volt cell sitting in the back there that does your automatic exposure. And that is about it for cool features. Tells you how to take pictures on the back because you need to know that. And here you have the rewind knob that you push in and it goes and it rewinds it with that same spring tension. What amazing technology the world has given us. The future is now. The future is here. The future is the Canon. Dial 35. Submit. Submit.